Hello viewers, welcome to Joy's Kitchen. I hope you are doing very good. Today I'm going to show you a very simple but so yummy and so sour and so spicy and so good fresh soup, which is I call hot and sour vegetable and chicken soup, or chicken and vegetable soup. That's so healthy for your body and at the same time it's so yummy. So this is very easy to make. I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to make it, and I'm 100% sure you're going to love to eat this soup and you're going to love to make it even more. So here you go, check the recipe. So to make my hot and sour chicken vegetable soup, I actually cut half of the carrot. It's kind of like julienne pieces, you can see, very thinly cut julienne pieces. And for this amount of soup, half carrot is fine. Then I took three medium-sized brown mushrooms, you can see, and I kind of finely thinly sliced them. You can add a white mushroom as well, but I really like brown mushroom because they have a little bit strong flavor, kind of like shiitake mushroom. So I love brown mushroom. I took half packet of tofu. This is just plain soft tofu, and I took half packet of it, and I also cut them like small stick pieces. I took three green chili and I cut them in the middle because I like a little bit spicy to make my noodles, my soup. But if you don't like spiciness, you just skip chili. I took half teaspoon of minced ginger here. This is just half teaspoon, and one chicken stock. This is just normal plain chicken stock. So these are the main ingredients for my soup. And then I took around like one handful of this is the amount, one handful of chicken breast piece, small pieces. I cut them like really small pieces. So I already put 2.5 cup of water in my pot, and I'm gonna make it hot first because I'm not making too much. If you are making too much, add more water. This soup is so healthy and so yummy because it's so good. So now my water is almost hot, and I added the chicken stock cube here, and at the same time I'm gonna add those half teaspoon of minced ginger as well. And ginger gonna give a really warmth in my final soup. Trust me, if you add ginger, ginger goes so good with the soy sauce and all these other ingredients I'm gonna mix in this soup. So I'm gonna let it boil now. Now it looks like I added too much ginger, but actually I'm not, because when I'm gonna add all the vegetables and meats and everything, the ginger gonna be milder anyway. So for the sauce which I'm gonna add in my soup, in separate cup I am gonna add around 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. This is just plain white vinegar, the vinegar we use for everything, plain white vinegar, around 2 tablespoons. They're gonna give really nice kind of vinegary sourness. You can add lemon juice, but for this, especially this kind of soup, it's better if you add vinegar. Now I'm gonna add around 1.5 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. This is just for the color purpose. 1.5 teaspoon should be fine. Any brand dark soy sauce. This soup is so good, trust me, if you make it. So fresh and good and tasty. And now around 2.5 tablespoons of light soy sauce. This light soy sauce is gonna give really nice kind of saltiness in my final soup. My this spoon is a little bit smaller than tablespoon, so if you are using proper tablespoon, just add 2 tablespoons. And now like around half teaspoon of sugar, just to balance the sourness of the vinegar and saltiness of the light soy sauce. This sugar part is a little bit more important than any other ingredient because that's gonna give the real taste, because otherwise your soup gonna be very sour and not very tasty at the same time. And now around 2 tablespoons of corn flour. This corn flour gonna make my soup really thick and the proper Chinese soup kind of texture. This is just plain corn flour, around 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna mix them together. I'm gonna keep it in a side till my vegetables and meats are done. So yeah, so I already added all my vegetables except tofu and meats at the same time, because don't you add your tofu now, because otherwise your tofu gonna be like melt in the water, and that's gonna be a big disaster, because tofu is already very soft kind of vegetable. So except tofu, add everything: chicken pieces, mushrooms, carrots, everything. So I'm gonna cook it for at least 5 minutes, just like that. At the same time, I beated 2 eggs as well. This egg gonna make my soup really thick, which I'm gonna add at the end. So I'm boiling my soup nearly 4 minutes now, you can see, because they're not gonna take too long anyway. These vegetables are already like a very soft kind of vegetable, and these chicken pieces are solid piece, so they're not gonna take too long, and I don't want to overcook my chicken pieces. So you can see my soup is already done. Already smells so good, because all the vegetable and chicken piece and everything. So after around 5 to 6 minutes, my vegetables and chickens are done, and now this is the time I'm gonna actually add the sauce which I made earlier with soy sauce, dark soy sauce, vinegar, sugar and corn flour. So I'm gonna add that sauce now in it. As you see, I'm not cooking too much, but if you are cooking like for more people, of course you have to increase your ingredients amount. It's actually totally up to you how you are making, how much you are making. So yeah, I just added my sauce here, and now I'm gonna stir it. I'm gonna mix the sauce with the water and the vegetable, because soon you're gonna see my soup gonna be really thick because of the corn flour. Because this is kind of the easiest part, because everybody know how to make soup. But this soup is so good for winter night dinner. Oh my god, it's so light and so fresh and so like sour, spicy, sweet. It is so good for your taste buds. It's so good. And now I'm gonna cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes, just like that. So after around 3 minutes, my soup is thick. You can already see my soup is quite thick now, and that's the thickness I want. This is kind of like the proper thickness how the soup need to be. And now I am gonna add my beaten eggs, so I'm gonna add this as egg kind of like a circle way, because in that case we're gonna get the proper marble in our soup. So you see how I'm mixing my egg with my soup. So now with the spoon I'm gonna just stir it like from one side to another side to keep the egg marble in my soup, and the final soup gonna look really pretty. So my soup is already more thick now because of the egg. And you notice I didn't add the tofu pieces, because tofu pieces not gonna take any time. You can even add after you switch off your hob. That's gonna cook with your hot soup. But now I'm gonna add those tofu pieces, and I'm gonna cook it for like maybe 1 minute, not more than that, because I don't want to break my tofu, and this tofu is really soft anyway. They're gonna absorb all the juices from the soup, so I don't need to cook it too much. If you want to make this soup vegetarian, just skip the chicken part. Just don't add chicken. It's gonna be vegetarian. But you can even add prawns, but I don't like fish and meat together, so I skip the prawns. But you can add small shrimps or prawns as well. So my soup is done actually. My soup is done. Now I'm gonna switch off my hob and I'm gonna serve it. It's so yummy. You can already see, I can smell the ginger and the vinegar and the sour and chili and everything. It's so good. So when my soup is done, I'm gonna add like few leaves, coriander leaves, just to give a little bit more freshness here. It's not necessary, but I'm gonna add. I like the freshness of the coriander leaves. So yeah, that's it. Now I'm gonna switch off my hob and I'm gonna serve this soup. So here you go guys, this is my hot and sour chicken vegetable soup is ready for you. And as you see the whole process, how easy this soup is, and how you have no idea how yummy that gonna be. So I hope you're gonna make this soup and you're gonna enjoy it with your family. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and follow my recipes and share my recipes with your friends, family and neighbors. And trust me, that soup gonna take 15 minutes, but this 15 minutes worth it. It's so good and so yummy. So enjoy your winter night with this soup. And yeah, Just pray for me. Bye bye. Ta-da.